An order to ban over 1,000 imported products at paramilitary canteens across the country for a renewed Made in India push was withdrawn on Monday as number of items on the list were found to be Indian. The imported products had been delisted after the government last month announced that the paramilitary canteens will only sell indigenous or Indian products from June 1st in a bid to give fillip to domestic industries. Moving on to the next news, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said Indian doctors and healthcare workers are invincible, and in the fight against the invisible coronavirus, our medical workers are sure to win. While inaugurating the Silver Jubilee celebrations of Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences in Karnataka via video conference on Monday, PM Modi said, "Had it not been for the global pandemic, I would have loved to be with you all in Bangalore to mark this special day." PM Modi also said, "The virus may be an invisible enemy, but our warriors, medical workers, are invincible. In the battle of invisible versus invincible, our medical workers are sure to win." Moving on to the next news, elections for 18 Rajya Sabha seats will be held on June 19th, the Election Commission has said. The elections, which were to be held in March, were deferred in the view of coronavirus pandemic and the subsequent countrywide lockdown. Now, as the lockdown is being progressively eased, the Commission has announced a date for the election. The list includes 4 seats each from Andhra Pradesh and Gujarat, 3 each from Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, 2 from Jharkhand and 1 each from the northeastern states of Meghalaya and Manipur. The voting will begin at 9 a.m. on June 19. Moving on to the next news, US President Donald Trump said on Sunday that the United States will be classifying the Antifa movement as a terrorist organization after blaming the movement for recent violence in the country during protests. The United States of America will be designating Antifa as a terrorist organization, Trump announced on the Twitter without any further explanation. The US President and some of his close aides have called the movement far-left extremists and have blamed it for hijacking peaceful protests against the police abuse after a black man's date in Minneapolis. Moving on to the next news, the low-pressure area developing over Arabian Sea is likely to intensify into a severe cyclone and cross the North Maharashtra and South Gujarat coasts on June 3rd, the Indian Meteorological Department said today. The cyclone will have an impact on state capital Mumbai when it crosses Maharashtra, it said. It will have an impact on Mumbai, IMD Director General Mrutyunjay Mohapatra was quoted as saying by the news agency PTI.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.